Wine. Wine not.
Wine not. Hello, friends. We are here.
I'm Jamie.
I'm Christine. We are here for Mother of Death and Dawn, which is book 3 in the War of Lost Heart series by Carissa Broadbent.
Yes. We're finishing things up.
Yes, Carissa.
Wrapping it up.
Well, we're doing part 1. We still have part 2.
Yes, but this book is the end.
This is the last book. Exciting. Yeah. Look at us moving along.
Tissanah and Max's story is coming to an end.
Yeah, we're going to be announcing our new series soon. Hold your breath,
oh my
but
God.
don't.
Also don't, because it's still going to be a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. This was a long book, so we got a lot to cover today.
Yeah, we do.
This is going to be difficult. It's your drink. It is your drink today.
Oh, yeah. Right. I was getting all ready to get right into it.
You know what keeps running through my head?
What?
Because we also made our book club drink today that was a martini.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jamie had me try...
My drink for today?
Huh? The espresso martini.
Oh,
like a pre-made espresso martini from Absolute Vodka. So it's like it's already made. Mm-hmm. And so the line that kept going through my head was, we had a lot of martini McBrides. And then I kept thinking of the song, No One Else on Earth. And then I was like, that's the wrong song. And then I was like, what is Martina McBride? And then I had to think about it hard. And I remembered. Wild angels, wild angels.
Is that what you think of when you think of her?
There might be another, but the point is, my Martini McBride joke was funny.
Oh, she does also have This One's for the Girl. Oh no, My Baby Loves Me. Is that the one that it is? Yes. I was like, there's one Martina McBride song I feel like that I loved so much, and that's what it was.
Yeah, so the next time we have a martini, we need to say that. I just want to have a little Martini McBride.
I like it.
Let's make it catch on.
I think you just did. Because that's what I'm going to say. And I don't care if nobody knows what I'm talking about.
No one else on earth.
Right, Martina?
Okay, what did you make?
Oh my God, right. Okay, so I did a drink for Ishka.
Galliano, which is a vanilla liqueur, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then triple sec, freshly squeezed oranges, and some cream. So it was like a light little orange-sickle-y drink.
Yeah, and I did an orange-sickle drink in the past when we did the Plated Prisoner series, and it wasn't... I didn't love that.
No,
but I loved... The one today was good.
Yeah, it was like lighter. So it wasn't such like an intense...
Yeah, the one that I did in the past was pretty intense.
Yeah, like where it was like, oh, this is like an orange-sickle, which I mean, that's what it was supposed to be.
And we're both like, neither of us like orange-sickles. Why did I make this drink?
Yeah.
This one was more subtle.
Yes. And this one, which I can't remember what the original name for it, it's Golden something, did win an award for Best New Cocktail, but I also can't remember who now because I closed the window. But at some cocktails award, it won.
Who cares about them?
Yeah. Good job, person. And it's Golden something.
It's Ishka's drink. It belongs to Ishka.
Yeah, it's called Ishka.
Even though neither of us...
picture like that.
Casted Ishka as a blonde,
goldish
man.
Yeah.
No. He has dark skin and dark hair to us.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to talk about the book?
Nope. Just kidding.
It's a very big wine glass.
In the wake of a crushing defeat, Tissanah, Max, and Terius have been ripped apart. Tissanah is desperate to rescue Max from his imprisonment, even as her people's fight for freedom grows more treacherous. But within the walls of Ilzath. But within the walls of Ilzath, Max's mind is a shadow of what it once was, leaving his past a mystery and his future at the mercy of Ara's new, ruthless queen.
Meanwhile, in the Feylands, Aoife has been dragged back into this world by a king who vows to destroy civilizations in her name. But even as her past returns to claim her, her former self is a stranger.
Tissanah, Max, and Ava are thrust into the center of a cataclysm between the human and fae worlds. The unique magic they share is key to either winning the war or ending it.
But that power demands sacrifice. Tissanah may be forced to choose between love and duty. Max cannot forge his future without confronting his past. And Ava must decide between reclaiming who she was or embracing who she has become.
The choices they make will either reshape the world forever or end it.
Ooh.
What's gonna happen?
We open with Tissanah. Do you want to start there?
Yep.
No one else.
Yeah, so Tissanah's in full spy mode. Disguise mode.
I love this. I think I have like secret fantasies of wanting to do this, like going in disguise.
Right? I loved it.
Yeah, and I was trying to think of like movies or like shows or something, and like I kept thinking of Mrs. Doubtfire, and then I'm like, that's not what I'm trying to go for, but I couldn't think of anything else as an example.
Oh, like what's a good female spy movie?
Where they're in disguise.
Yeah. Okay, well, we need to come back to that.
Right? Okay, but the point is, I liked it.
Yeah, same.
I like that she's undercover, even if it's for a minute.
Even she's like, oh, yes. Like, that looks great. Like, what you're... Just everything she was doing. Like, I love it.
Oh, my oaks. Yeah. There she's Max. My.
My
We're going to get to it. We're going to get
my
to it.
oaks.
My oaks. Okay, so she gets the glass orb and she does this big escape. She gets some people killed.
Yeah. I just also have, like, the markings these two get on their bodies throughout this whole entire series.
Why? What else did she get?
Oh, remember when she was, like, kidnapped and then they tattooed her body to stop things?
Yeah.
She was whipped at the beginning.
Well, yeah, we talked about scars last time. She was coming to terms with all the marks she had on her body.
Yeah, it's just so many. And then Max is now fully tattooed.
Okay, yeah, that's
But now she has this, like, gold hand. Like, I'm just like, these...
orb, right. She
like,
absorbs the orb, and now she has the gold all over her hand.
Yeah, so I'm just like, just there in general.
You
throughout
guys.
the series. Yeah.
It's kind of like they're like, we don't like drama, but they're like, we love drama. The other thing we get at the beginning of the book is slowly realizing that Tissanah, Max, and Ava have a connection. So...
The trio.
I don't know if the second half of this book that's going to come to more significance. Because really in the first half, all we're getting is like, Ava can like still sense them sometimes.
Yeah. And they're
which is like, okay.
Yeah. And like all at once they'll get like the same flashes of like what each of them is doing in that moment. But it seems like it's like an intense moment for one of them.
Yeah, and Ava does use it to get to the rebels. So they can attack the rebels and like have like a like understand pinpoint where they are. She helps them with that.
Yeah.
So like, okay, so like that's the purpose of it, but it's also, I think, was a good approach by Carissa Broadbent because we have Tissanah and Max separated here.
Mm-hmm.
And so that could be a little bit annoying, I think, for the reader. And so getting these flashes, it helps us feel like their storylines are more connected.
Yeah.
Right? That Tissanah gets to see flashes of Max and vice versa.
Yeah. Well, I think it's also that they're all on that level of magic that all three of them are able to reach as well. Which I think is commented on at one point about why they're like connected like that.
Okay. So I'm really interested to see how that comes all together in the second part.
I feel like some stuff is like connected, or I feel like some of the magic in this book is very confusing and doesn't make a whole lot of sense sometimes, which I'm totally okay with, and I feel like this is kind of one of them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, will it all come together, or
it kind of does, where it's still like,
sure.
Does that make sense? But I like it. It's cool. And I like that it's still keeping, especially with like Ava not in one of their minds at this point.
It's still keeping them connected.
Yeah. Like I like that it's connecting Ava with the two of them.
Yes.
Still.
Okay. So we have the rebels. So Tissanah and Samrin and Sorrel. Mm-hmm. We have all them as rebels right now. And I don't know if you clocked this scene where they kind of have this fight.
Yeah, that's one of my like main ones here is I think just obviously I totally get why she's pissed, and then like the Samrin burn is one of my favorite quotes here.
Okay, one thing I like about Carissa's writing, these characters are not one-dimensional. They're all like, even Tissanah is like unlikable in moments and things that she says. And there's moments like these where you're like, I can see this, Tissanah, and also you're wrong, Tissanah. Like, there's so much complexity in a lot of like the scenes and the characters, and I think this is a good example of that.
Yes. Yeah, I have like 2 bigger ones, and I think like really everyone's right in this situation.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, are you gonna read one?
Oh, I thought you had a
I just like the Samhain one when like Samhain kind of, I think it was like, especially Tissanah, she's like, hey, I have him. And then he agrees with Cyril and Cyril's boyfriend.
Yeah, that they shouldn't go after Max anymore, that he's stuck in Ilizeth. He's stuck in Ilizeth, and they can't get to him, and they're like, we can't sacrifice other people to go in there.
Well, and they lost someone who died, who had a family. Died.
Yeah, we're like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, to keep putting everyone else's lives at risk.
Exactly.
To continuously and hit this wall. And I think then Samhain agrees. And then she remembers Max saying, I have one excellent friend who's far better than I deserve. Max had told me once. And if Samhain were ever in that position, I would never allow him to stay there. The sound that escaped my lips was a strangled, sad excuse for a laugh. He would have died before he let you remain in that place. And now you're giving up on him too? You're his brother. Samhain looked as if I had struck him. Never, Tissanah, never. I was like, ooh.
It was like she was attacking him, but she also didn't take a beat to fully understand where he was coming from.
Yeah, just right away.
She was just like mad and grieving and just like trying to put it on Cyril, trying to put it on Samhain.
Yeah. Well, and this was another part I had where I was just like, this is like so relatable, like in your mind, like how you immediately start thinking things about people. She's like, of course it's easy to make this choice when he still has someone to go back to every night. He doesn't know how it feels. Why should he care? And she's like, my own bitterness shocked me the minute I thought it. And I was just like, that's just very like, yeah.
Yeah, she's like, whoa, okay. Yeah. She could like actually take a step back and see her reaction of like, okay, now I'm like,
yeah. And like, don't you do that sometimes? Oh, you think something and you're like, oh, okay.
Because I don't have my person. Yeah. Seeing someone else and they're like, oh, yeah, you're okay. You're happy. Yeah. I don't care about anything you have to say because you're just happy. And I'm not, and you don't get it. Right? But she caught herself.
Yeah. And then she's even just like, Cyril deserves happiness. And Phileas, however we sometimes disagree, was a good man. This isn't who you are, Tissanah, I told myself. But sometimes it was so damn hard to be kind.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's just so relatable.
Okay, and then the whole place gets attacked, and then we don't know if Cyril is dead this whole second half. So,
yeah, she gets this really long letter, and it's really sad. It made me kind of want to cry a little bit. I do like when they like flee, and Samhain gets her out of there, and she says to him, like, you can still leave. And he's like, why would I do that? She says, because half the Zorokov army and the Fae are probably on their way here. He lifted one shoulder in a delicate shrug. I have nowhere more interesting to be.
He's so fun.
I know. Love his comments. Number 1, Ishka keeps coming out with all these potions for things.
Yeah, he's paid. They have potions.
I know. It's just kind of. He's always just like, just take this. I'm like, okay. Just like, does he carry a little like fanny pack with potions?
He has a belt.
Yeah, it's a fanny pack.
Yeah. The only other thing I had was about the Wayfinder, and this just was kind of bringing together the storyline that we had in Children of Fallen Gods, where they went to Naraja, right? And with the half Fae, half humans, and then how the humans were trying to find this place of like that were called there's like deeper pools of magic called Laharas. So they're deeper and more powerful than any other magic that has been seen in many, many hundreds of years. For a long time, I thought they were myth. So do most others, but the rumors have persisted for centuries. The humans who destroyed my own house were doing it because they believed one such pool existed there. So this was Ishka talking, maybe? Oh, no, maybe this was Cadwin.
Yeah, it was Cadwin. And then, yeah, how they gave up, right?
But I guess at this point in the story, just all of them wanted it, right?
Yeah.
This is the thing that Cadwin was looking for. Tissanah has it. And so it's all just like coming together. Oh, there's this deeper pool of magic, these places where you can.
It's been this myth, and like we even kind of say like,
magic.
Oh, it's this.
Is it true? Is it not? And then now Tissanah has this thing that she's absorbed that's kind of like the compass.
That'll show you where they are.
Yeah, who cares?
Right?
What's Max doing? Oh, okay. Max is in jail!
Yes.
This was so sad.
Okay, so this is the... Do you want me to read the quote? Or do you want to...
Sure.
Like so which I actually really enjoyed this opening.
Him in jail?
Just this whole, like... You can just, like, tell he's going crazy from this whole quote. And I just really enjoyed it. But it's not all that hard to keep yourself sane. So as long as you're flexible with your definition of the term. It's just a matter of finding one solid thing. One constant. Numbers were perfect in theory. At least in the beginning. 3 always came after 2. Always came after 1. It never changed. And yet when you have nothing in your life but those numbers, it's so easy for them to unravel before you. Does 3 really come after 2? Does 1,706 actually follow 1,705? This was a problem with numbers. They were too intangible. That was why I think I started with the drawing.
True.
I've thought this many times
true.
In my life.
Like once you start to unravel,
and then if you're trying
and
to
you
just
have nothing, it's like what? Okay, what makes 2 come before 3? I don't.
I know. I was like just reading that. You're like, oh yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah, it feels so right? Concrete and constant to us, but it's like, is it?
Yeah. Am I right in saying that? I could be wrong. And then I think also just with like the drawing, and this is just kind of something we see, is that he's drawing these things. And
the symbols, that we get that we'll
later.
Discover later. And then we get the stratagrams everywhere. He has that all over his body. He's lost his memory.
Mm-hmm. Also, I don't understand. So this prison's like all white.
Yeah.
I don't know if we talked about this last time. And it's like very white, and it's exactly like the building where Aoife was taken, but they're not the same building, and it really bothers me. Like they're 2 separate buildings, but they're described so similar. It's like, do they just like white buildings? Is this like Greece? Right?
I don't know. You're the one who's finished the book.
But I know they're different. But this was like there's stuff that bugged me.
Oh yeah, that you're just like, is this the same thing? Is it connected? And then you're like, no.
But no, it's not. Because even like when we were trying to figure that out, and then I was like, oh no, they're 2 separate. And it's bugged me the first time, and it bugged me this time. I just need to get that out.
Okay. So Max escapes for the first time.
Oh, the first time, because I was like, oh, we're just gonna bypass how much we hate Nira.
I really enjoyed this escape.
The first one?
The first one, okay.
Yeah. Is it because Moth is there?
I have 2 parts in this escape. So Moth is number 2. The first part is his guards, right? The Seer's in. So one of them is named Vivian. Okay, so Vivian turned away. I just thought the words became a wet crunch. Vivian was no longer standing there. She was in 2 pieces, clutched in the grasp of a creature of shadow, her head dangling from one spindly fingered hand and her body from the other, as if they had just stepped from the air. The monsters were everywhere. It was just like so jarring, and then I was just like, run, Max, run! You know?
Oh, and then Max sees Moth.
And then he saw Moth. But I think it was just, like, one of the things I like about the series, that, like, in different parts of the series, you're like, oh, this is, like, a romance, and this is, also, like, a coming-of-age story, and, like, a people, like, evolving story, and, like, a revenge story, and then also, like, a war story, and, like, a societal, like, oppression, whatever. And I just, like... the gruesomeness in some aspects are just like, oh, this is kind of like horror, fun, monster stuff too. Like it has. Well, I think especially in the last
one when like Aoife and they were like exploring the different places, and you're like, oh, this is very. Or even the first time they visited the prison.
Right.
There's so many. Just you're like, oh,
this book has everything.
It does.
Okay. Anyway, Moth. What'd you like?
I just like how he's still like, he's like, I can get away, but there was just something about Moth. And he's like, I can't just let this kid die. And it was sad that he didn't recognize him. And then that he still kind of says, like, fine, Tissanah, like, we still believe in you. Even though Max has no fucking clue what he's talking about.
Yeah, so who's Tissanah?
Yeah. I'm like, okay, kid.
Okay, but before that, he was like, what's your name? And he's like, Moth. And then Max says, what kind of name is that? True. What is that name? I don't know, Max.
I love that name now. But,
Okay.
yeah. Shut up, Moth.
Brayan. Brayan is back.
Brayan.
Okay, last episode I said this to Jamie, but I cut it out. When I was reading Children of Fallen Gods and the Brayan, is it Brayan?
I read it as Brian, to be honest.
I know. Can we just call him Brian?
Yeah.
Okay, let's call him Brian.
Is that rude?
I don't. No, it's Brian. So when Brian came up randomly, I was like, okay, he's coming back, right? Like in my head.
Yeah.
And then I went on Instagram, and then Carissa had posted something about Brian, like someone's art, or like it was like something like making it very obviously like this character is more significant than like the random mention in Children of Fallen Gods. So I was like, okay, well, obviously, like Brian is coming back then, I guess.
Yeah.
So Brian comes back, but every time I look at Brayan, I think of Brian from the Backstreet Boys, and I think of Brian's back. All right.
Oh no, that's so sad for him. I picture like a young Dumbledore.
No, I'm not saying he visually looks like Brian from the Backstreet Boys.
Oh, that's just what comes up. Like that song comes up in your head.
The name Brian and Brian's back.
Oh.
No, I don't mean he looks like Brian.
Okay, good.
But it did make me also go on a thought tunnel, and I was like, but who's your favorite Backstreet Boy?
Oh my god. Brian was my least favorite.
Brian was your least favorite? That's controversial.
I know. Right?
That's very controversial.
I was 100% AJ.
Oh, yeah. No, AJ was my favorite, too.
Yeah, he was. But I feel like everyone else was Brian, Nick, Howie.
Howie?
Some
Jamie.
people. But mostly Nick and Brian. And I was just, I'm not into blondes. AJ was always, I always loved AJ.
Yeah, no, AJ's number one. That's, yeah, obviously.
And then Kevin.
Oh, Kevin.
Yeah. People don't
I don't think we can trust Kevin.
I think we can. I think we can actually trust him. Probably second best out of all of them.
Yes. As time goes on, you're like, but was Kevin the most trustworthy?
Yeah. Brian is a really big fan of Trump.
Is he?
Yeah. For some really odd reason, this has come up. Like a couple days ago, that Blake Thornley, his posted about Brian.
Oh no,
something,
Brian.
And he's like, just a reminder that there's a Nazi in the Backstreet Boys. I was like, what? And then I started down this whole Brian tunnel. I was like, well, this is disappointing.
Maybe that's why it came into
your mind.
My mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I remember like looking at comments and everyone's like, there's just people like, I was always Team Kevin. It's like AJ. I was all about AJ.
Kevin's the good one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Team Kevin. Cheers.
Team AJ. Even though AJ doesn't drink.
Okay, to AJ and Kevin.
Yay. Who's your favorite NSYNC member?
Oh my gosh. Lance Bass.
Was that who you liked the most, actually?
It was probably...
Oh my god, I'm literally trying to think
JC?
Yeah.
But let's be real. I just want to be Lance Bass's best friend.
Yeah. I was Justin. And then Joey.
Joey is the one you marry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you marry Joey.
Yeah, Justin's like, oh, you're cute. I have like a crush on you.
Yeah.
But then you're like, oh, but I like your best friend better.
I'm going to settle down with your best friend, though.
You continue on. You now have Lyme disease, so.
Okay. Anyway, we're talking about books.
Yep. Go way off topic.
Okay, the real description, Max says he had a dark critical scare, a set jaw, long black hair, bound in a braid over one shoulder.
Oh.
This is nonsense. Just like I'm rejecting Max's purple jacket, I'm rejecting the long braid over the shoulder.
Why?
And I'm just going to imagine who I want in my head.
I like the braid over one shoulder.
No.
Okay.
That's who we forgot to cast. Okay, we'll do the next episode.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I say what I like?
Yep, yeah, go ahead.
So, it's kind of two quotes. I'm going to make it into one. But I loved his little entrance. He's like, why is my brother imprisoned in fucking Ilzaf? And then...
Tenura.
Yes, Tenura, right. And then he says, a little bit later on. What a tremendous disrespect. This is how you thank my parents for treating you like one of their own children. You throw their son into Ilzaf. I hate that word.
I know, Ilzaf.
Mira just like denying stuff. I mean, like, what? Like,
but it was a kind of like a cool scene where she is just throwing Max and Ilzath and just like, okay, I'm the queen now and I'm gonna do whatever it takes. And then Brayan walks in and she's like this little girl again.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is how you like repay my family. We've treated you like whatever. And then she still doesn't. It's almost like she considers it and like backtracks and then she goes, nope.
Yeah.
And throws Max back in jail.
Well, there's even like one part where she says, I think Max says something to her. And then it's like, she held my stare for a second too long and looked away. I need no moralizing from you. War criminals don't get to lecture me for the measure I take to save my people. Or I'm just like, I just want to stab her, to be completely honest. I'm very angry with her. We're not speaking.
And this is something I wrote down later, but I think it's relevant now that I didn't realize as I was reading. And this happened in the scene later when Brayan was talking about how their parents died because Max doesn't have a memory, and so he was like, how'd they die?
Yeah.
And then Brayan is telling him about this. I forgot that Brayan didn't know
what actually
about
happened.
Roche.
Yeah.
So he has the fake story. So he's like, where were you? You weren't at their funerals. Yeah. You weren't, I tried to find you, and then you were just off and you were like on drugs and like out of it.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have the context. So like, all up to that point in the story, I was like, why is he being so harsh to Max? Like, why is he judging him so much? And then I realized, I was like, oh yeah, right. He doesn't know.
You have no idea what's going on.
He doesn't know the whole story.
Yeah.
And nobody told him, which I think is relevant in this scene with Nura, because Nura's like, he's a war criminal, and Brayan, like, doesn't have all the information, right?
Yeah, he's like, no, he did this and this, and... He
doesn't understand, and yet we still find him outside the prison, like...
Oh, I loved that when he finally got out, and then he's still just like, he's been just outside. Would you do that for me?
Would I wait for you outside of prison? Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
Thank you so much. You're the best.
Yeah. And I like this part where Max does his second escape.
Mm-hmm.
Brayan Farleone, renowned general, loyal Aaron, golden child of the Rivene upper class, just broke me out of prison, Max says. I didn't break you out. You were already out. I just had the boat. And I was like, wow, Brian's hilarious.
He's just like a grumpy older brother.
Yeah, he's just a grumpy old man.
Yeah, and I do love
I was just hanging out here and I had a boat, so...
Yeah, I like their sibling dynamic where I'm like, no, it doesn't really even seem like you like each other that much, but it's also just like, we're siblings, and...
I'm gonna take
I'm
care
gonna
of
be
you,
out
Max.
here with a boat waiting for you.
I got you a boat.
Yeah, even though I'm super mad at you.
I was just hanging outside the prison trying to figure out how to get you out of here.
Oh.
That's not how I imagine he talks. Get you out of here, Max.
I don't really feel like it has anything to do with the story, but when they do go on their little venture and they end up at this woman's house who used to be Brian's lover.
Yeah, why did we go there?
They need to hide out for a bit. And he walks in, and I just really love Max's reaction. He's like, fucking hell. Clearly seeing that this 10-year-old girl is his daughter. Brayan just seems to be like, I'm not going to admit it or ask any questions. And then she leaves the room, and he's like, she seems polite. I'm like, hey, that girl looks exactly like me. Is that my kid? Like, no, seems polite. I just enjoyed it. I was like, did we really need all this? No. But I liked it. It helped me see Brayan a bit better. I'm just going to stick with Brayan, I think.
Brayan? He, like, seems so much more grown up sometimes than Max. Like, Max seems like the younger brother, but in these moments, you're like, Brayan. Yeah, and then Max is, like, I know you think that Max is the immature one, but...
Max leaves, like, a little note being like, hey, if your daughter ever needs anything.
Right.
Let me know. Fred's like, let's get out of here and not say anything.
Yeah, and his ex is like, if you would like to say anything, the time is now, yeah. Brayan. And he's like, it was nice to have tea with you, Good day. We're like, what? Brayan.
Oh my god, there was one part. Oh, I must have not highlighted it, and I'm very upset about it. And it literally is like, would you like, I feel like I want to find, I don't know. But I think she offers them tea. Like, do you want to come?
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. And Max is pretty much, yes, I would kill someone for some tea right now. Like, he's just so pumped about this tea.
I almost included that because I thought it was so funny and it was his own internal dialogue.
Yeah.
She had said it like, do you want some tea? Yeah, I would kill someone for some fucking tea.
Yeah. Like, so, he's like, yeah, he's been in prison. All I've been dreaming about is tea. I love him so much.
He's such a specific person.
Yeah.
He's like not a like a copy and paste male lead.
Yeah.
And
like,
that's he likes his tea.
And as a tea lover, I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Love some tea.
Okay. Tissanah and Max
Reunion?
Crossover?
Yeah.
Reunion?
Well, I don't know why I have reunion. It's not really reunion, but crossover. Like when they finally like kind of come back together.
Right. And so Max and Brayan are caught.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're in the Threlian jail. And the guard helps Max escape because of Tissanah.
Yes. So that was just the part I wanted to admit. Victor, I believe his name was.
Victor.
Yeah, and she's like, hey, Victor, like, I know your family. So he's like, yeah, like, I'll... Helps out. He dies. That was super sad. And then also, like, the girl at the beginning of the book when Tissanah was undercover, she's like, hey, like, now you're coming with me.
Well, either way, she would have.
I know, but I was still like, oh, I'm like, Tissanah, you're not having the best luck, girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was just my comment about that.
Yeah. I do like the heisty type of scenes where they're, like, trying to escape. Like, I love those type of scenes, or, like, the beginning of the book and the disguise, like,
yeah,
love it.
And the guard goes around and, like, gives him a key.
Oh.
And then the door's open. He's like, what?
Give it to me.
Yeah.
I hate a fight scene, though.
No,
like, the preceding fight scene where her and Max fought the monsters and whatever, I'm just like, no.
But then you get to see this monster, this crazy new monster that we haven't seen yet. I'm like, what is this thing?
We've kind of seen it, though.
But now it's, like, growing. You've never been a fan of fight scenes.
No, I'm not. No.
Yeah.
No, it's a me problem. I'm not saying fight scenes are bad. I get it. I just...
For a fan of 13th Warrior,
yeah.
that's really surprising.
Huh?
For a big fan of 13th Warrior, that's surprising. I'm just assuming there's a lot of fight scenes in it. I actually really can't remember.
You haven't... Yeah, you don't know.
I haven't seen it in 1,500 years.
If anyone hasn't seen the 13th Warrior starring Antonio Banderas... You need to see that movie. It is a really great movie.
One of Christine's favorite childhood movies, actually.
It is. I got it on VHS, baby. Okay. One of the things that was really sad after this, when she was like, oh my god, Max, we're reunited.
Oh my god, and he's just like places his hand on her. Like,
yeah. Oh, that was rough. That was rough. I probably looked like a blubbering mess. I didn't care. I was too happy. How long did it take me to realize he wasn't hugging me back?
It's like, what's your name? I'm just like, oh no.
She doesn't know he doesn't have memories.
Yeah. She's like, you're not asking me that. She choked out. I was like, oh, that would be awful.
But afterwards proceeded this really fun dynamic where she was really obsessed with Max but couldn't do anything about it. So it's like, this was really clever by Carissa Broadbent, because this is one of the things that happens in romance and romantasy books where it gets a bit stale.
Yeah.
You know, because in the first book they end up together.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the third book, it's like, okay, well, what is exciting about this particular relationship? Well, okay, let's create some amnesia.
Right?
And
but I was like, don't you hate that?
I usually hate amnesia. You have to do it the right way.
Okay.
And so it didn't last too long, which is one of my criteria.
Yeah.
And also, it was a little bit fun because Tissanah's a little bit kooky.
Yeah.
So she says, I watched him constantly. I drank him in like rain in the desert. I wanted to learn every part of him again, every angle of his current leaner body, the shape and placement of every blade of hair on his chin. I was quietly obsessed with him. So that makes it fun.
That's fair. I also enjoy they like didn't want to like tell him like a lot of kind of stuff, especially with like the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, but he knows, like he can like feel it. And he's like, what were we? I was your apprentice. We told you that. And he's like, well, beyond that, we were friends, lovers. It's like really, that's what we were lovers. We might have made love a couple times. I don't know.
We're desperately in love with each other.
And she kind of does make like that explanation that like because their love was like the slow friendship growth, that she didn't want to just be like, we are in love. Like you can't really like recreate that. And no, how it was like built over like a million little moments and all these things. And I feel like she kind of did almost like recreate that. Like they started having all these like cute little moments how they did before, especially with her weird humor, which is not weird humor, it's great humor, but
she let him get there.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to do the Tissanah joke because, yeah, like you just said, it's not weird humor, it's just good humor.
Right?
Okay. I'll be Max and Brayan, you be Ishka. It looks barely inhabited. If this qualifies as a city, it's a tiny one. This is supposed to be some hub of magical knowledge?
The size of it is irrelevant. Tissanah's mouth went thin, an odd expression passing over her face, and has no bearing on what it can do for us.
Tissanah's cheeks got red. Her eyes flicked to me, and my expression must have pushed her to the breaking point because an ungrateful laugh burst from her clamped lips. Meanwhile, I stared at her in slight bewilderment. Ishka gave her an odd look.
Why are you laughing?
Right, why are you laughing? I narrowed my eyes at her. It wasn't even funny, unless you were a 12-year-old boy. Even then, some had moved on to more sophisticated humor. Still, a stubborn smile tugged at the left side of my mouth. Brayan looked like he was ready to throw himself into the lake. Samron looked affectionately unamused. Ishka just looked unamused.
It's like the farting joke time, and I love it.
It's just like the farting part time, except for she's with a bunch of men, and she's laughing at a size of a penis joke.
Yeah, it's like that. That's what she said.
Yeah.
I will never get sick of that.
It's still funny.
Yeah.
Sorry, but not sorry. Yeah.
There's also
just
another
not the jokes.
Yeah. There's another point where like he realizes he can speak Thralian, and then she starts saying like for him to do swear words, but he doesn't know what they mean. It's like his pronunciation was terrible actually, but it still brought me great joy to hear Max saying dick sucking asshole with all the focused deliberation of someone learning ancient prayers. I was like, I like that that's like her thought of what swear word can I teach? And not just simply one, no, dick sucking asshole. So great. I love her so much. Her.
Okay, when they go to Zagos, can we just talk about the weird people that they visit?
Oh my god, I loved them.
This is really
so
important.
Much. You know who I thought of? Is the like Ben Stiller with the Princess Bride.
Ben Stiller.
No, Billy Crystal.
Are you reading my notes?
No.
I wrote, is this Miracle Max and Valerie? Billy Crystal and Carol Kane?
Right?
This is exactly who it is.
Yep, okay. Perfect.
From The Princess Bride, yeah.
I literally did not even see your notes at all. That's who I pictured.
Okay, so in the book, their names are called Bliff and Clasto.
But that's who they really are.
That's exactly who they are.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could imagine.
Yeah.
And they're wonderful. If you have not seen The Princess Bride or read the book, I would go for it. Also, we have an episode on The Princess Bride. So...
honestly, 100% watch the movie.
Yeah, the movie's great.
Yeah.
Okay, can we do this back and forth? It's between...
I think it's between the two of them.
It's between Bliff and either Max or Tissanah.
No, I know that part. But what are they? Are they things? Are they places? Are they literal pools of magic, like a lake?
Yes.
Yes, to which part?
Do dragons have green eyes or yellow?
What?
Exactly. You can't tell me... You can't tell me if dragons have green or yellow eyes because they don't exist. Or at least no one has seen one. So as long as that remains the case, then yes. They have green eyes and they have yellow eyes. Therefore, the answer to your question, too, is yes. The Laharas are all of those things and none of those things, because no one has seen them. They are whatever your beautiful heart wishes for them to be, because they do not exist.
What a great explanation, also, at the same time.
Totally makes sense.
Yeah. Another just little snippet from them that I liked. They're like, you two have shared magic, yes? So I didn't know how to answer that. I glanced... Oh, Max, sorry. You two have shared magic, yes? I didn't know how to answer that. I glanced at Tissanah. Clasto, misreading my hesitation, laughed. No need to be shy about your sex life, darling. In fact, I applaud your taste. It's delightful. They seem so fun. I just loved, like, every sentence.
They're just like the weird old couple down the street that, like, have, you know, smoke too much weed, but they're fun.
So fun.
But they don't cross the line. They're just fun enough. One of my thoughts was when Tissanah was saying goodbye to Max, because he was going to go with Brayan. I thought Tissanah is a better person than me. Because I
actually did have that. I was like, what would you do? Out of curiosity.
I would be selfish. No, what would Tissanah do? She would be unselfish, because she was like, okay, what if he never gets his memory back? And what if he is also better without his memory? What if, you know, he doesn't know that he murdered his family and all these people? Wouldn't that be better? And so she's kind of like, okay, maybe I should set him free. Right, this little bird that she talked about that's been, like, run over, and she's like, run free, little bird. Remember? It does feel a little bit full circle, where she's like, oh my gosh.
Now you have this opportunity.
Now, right, such another opportunity. You're not trying to get away from the orders. You're also just, like, you're blocked from those horrendous memories. Okay, well, go have your life.
And you can have a relationship with your brother.
Right, versus me, I would be like, Max, we are in love. Remember me.
Look into my eyes.
Yeah. So.
I hate though, like, when she says, like, no, go, and she's like, you don't even know me. And he's just like, it's like, it killed me, gods, it killed me. He said, I do. He said, I know you. Like, just, like, in his being, he's like, no, like, I know you. And, like, it killed him to leave, even though he, like, couldn't remember her at the same time. I was just like, Tissanah, stop it. And I do like that Samarin also calls her out at this point, because she had talked to him about how she wished she had said these things to Max and, like, did these things when he had asked her. And he says, because it's easier for you to do that. You're willing to sacrifice everything you have for your people, but fighting for their future won't be any easier for you if you don't give yourself a future to fight for.
He's like, hey, like, I know that you're trying to fight for your people, but, like, you can think about yourself sometimes.
Yeah. Maybe after you expressed how much you regretted all these things.
Yeah. We learn that the symbols that he keeps drawing...
Oh, it's not a map. It's not a map, you guys.
Oh my god.
It's not a map. It's not an island or a code.
It's Tissanah.
They were the boundaries where tan skin met white. They were a face. Tissanah's face. I was such a fucking idiot. Brayan looked over my shoulder. Shit, you're right. It's not islands. I stood. I'm going. What? I'm going back. Aww.
Cute.
Right? You think Eddie could draw, like, all your beauty marks and someone's going to be like, oh my god, it's like an astrology star map. And then you realize, no, that's just Christine's back beauty marks.
Yeah, he's going to draw all my beauty marks and it's going to end up in a picture of me doing a scowl. Do you want to talk about Aoife?
Yeah, are we going to talk about, like, the end monster part or no?
It's basically like he gets his memories back, right?
Yeah, there's just, like, one line. Hang on. But also, they do see, like, Nura's, what she's created. And it's Ishka's sister, I believe. And she's, like, this big monster.
That was so sad.
That was super, super sad. Nura's fucked and gone off the deep end. She really makes me so, like, I was so angry, even though I knew all these things would happen. But I actually forgot how angry she made me. But I'm like, what you've, like, done and created. And then you took someone's, like, mother and sister and made them into this monster that now, like, Aoife has to kill.
The shades that Cadwyn creates.
Yeah.
is that the same as these monsters? Or, like, are we gonna learn what the differences are and what
yeah,
that
because,
means?
like, I can't remember how he's creating them, but I know she's, using, I think, we learn more. I think they're...
Okay, because it's just, like, unclear. Of, like, okay,
Well, I
are
don't
they
think,
both
like,
using
his
the
are...
same type of magic? Like,
I don't
what
think
is...
his are actual people. Like, she's taking a person.
But what are the shades? That was one of my questions.
I also can't remember, so...
Okay, well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll find out. So part, like, Max, like, they, like, get it all back or whatever. And I guess...
all back?
Oh, sorry. Max gets his memory back.
Okay.
And, like, he's like, I love you, Max murmured, and opened his second eyelids. And I was like, why is that so sexual? And it's so weird.
Look, I'm sexual about it.
Right? I was like, I don't care how many
Open that
eyelids.
eyelid,
right?
baby.
Open all the eyelids that you have. Just the way so like, I love you. And then he opened his second eyelids. I was like, yes, he did.
Bow chicka bow wow.
I loved it. Okay.
Let's talk about Aoife. I can't believe we haven't talked about Aoife yet.
Oh my god, I know.
We've been talking about this book for a million years. Okay, so we left off with Aoife getting a new body.
Yeah.
Now she's in this body and she's like, what the fuck is this?
Mm-hmm.
She says...
She just wants to die and nobody's letting her die.
Yeah, just let me fucking die. She says, when I was with Tissanah and Max and Terius, my world was swaddled tightly around me. I was nestled securely in the thoughts and mind of another, even when I was confined. I was not alone. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like that whole part, I was like, oh god, that would be so hard to just all of a sudden
You're in someone else's mind.
Yeah. But then I do like in like this is kind of later on, but I think just in comparison how she struggles with that so much. But then when they start to practice and Cadwin's like, the body's an incredible thing. He was close enough that his words rustled my hair. There is life in every fiber of you. You are always moving, growing, and changing. You are never stagnant. You are never silent. Oh, no, that was the end of it. Okay, there was more in the book part. But I just like that then he's able to show, like, your mind and body actually aren't as silent and, like, you can feel and do all these things. And obviously helps her find her magic at that point. But I just think in comparison to, like, when we start off her opening and where she's struggling a bit with...
It kind of sounded like that quote was saying, like, you're always changing, evolving.
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess kind of like it comes to one of the other points I had about her being lonely and then her interacting with Cadwin, which was she kept saying that was not me when he is referencing the Aoife that he knew.
Yeah.
And he's kind of trying to reassure her like, yeah, no, yeah, okay, yeah, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
And also like you are her and she isn't you and all of that is true.
Oh, I more just was like, he's trying to get her, like, in touch with her body and her magic. Because, like, when you, like, meditate, right? And I feel like that's kind of what
it's connecting her back to herself, though. Like, who is she, right? She's been so disconnected from her body and, like, had this little, like, seed of herself for so long.
Yeah.
That, like, being in touch with the parts of herself when she was, like, a fully formed human being.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Yes.
I like I like her self-destructive behavior. That's one thing I like about Aoife, and we liked about her as Roche. Like it's I guess like an entertaining part, but also like a really tragic and sad part. But in my toxic self, I do like rooting her on in these moments, even though I shouldn't. So there's a scene where she says, "And yet you left me there." She says it to Cadwin. He stopped walking and turned to me. The movement was sharp, almost angry, and for a moment I was gleeful to see it. Yes, fight me. Give me something bloody. Give me something that hurts. Just like she's hurting so much that she's just... Isn't that the definition of toxicity?
And she was like that, like, when we first met her, she was like that. Like, you saw her going...
I mean, she killed Max's whole family because she's like that.
No, but even, like, before, like, when she was Aoife in the beginning, like, you saw her, like, being angry with how her life was and going against. That's why she had like the markings on her body, and she's like, I'm just gonna go drink and do the things I'm not supposed to do. Like she's always kind of had that in her. Which, yeah.
Yes.
So I love that for her.
Another fun thing was her relationship with Michka.
Yeah.
Michka, who was Ishka's son. So they had a cute friendship because I think they both suffered, right? Like they're both victims. And they had this scene where they both met at a bar. And the scene was funny to me because it seemed like Aoife was kind of like, okay, you're tortured for a bit and you lost your wing, right? Really, that's huge.
Yeah.
But also kind of not the same thing. Right? He's like kind of being like, yeah, we're both victims. And she's like,
oh, was that 3 months hard for you?
Meanwhile, like 500 years later, she's like, okay,
I didn't have a body.
I'll take it. I'll take this friendship. I'll just let that one go, Mishka. Also, I like him as a character, and if he doesn't die in the second half of this book, I would like a spin-off.
Oh, I can't remember, so we'll see. I don't feel like he doesn't like say I'm gonna die, you know, his character. But again, yeah, we'll see. And he does point out Cadwyn's love for her. Like he's really like that. Like he's telling her little like things as well.
Okay.
Like he's like, his heart is what truly lights the fire of war, and the fire burns because of you. The decision was for all of us, yes, but the vengeance is for you.
Oh, that's interesting, because I wrote down a part about Aoife saying something about vengeance and then Cadwyn denying it. This isn't about vengeance. And in her head, she's kind of like, I see it.
Yeah.
Like, I see it in your eyes. I see it in... I know what vengeance is. I know what revenge is.
Yeah.
I see this. And that's one of my issues with Cadwyn, is, like, he doesn't see that part. He, like, wants to see his efforts as good and intentional, and he doesn't see his pain fueling his
like he
decisions.
Got real lost along the way.
He did.
Like, and he even says, like, 500 years is a very long time, 180,000 days, and I thought of you in every one. I feel like he has just that for her, and then also what happened to his people before that.
Yes.
When she goes to see them, and because he hasn't messaged or anything, so she makes
Mishka?
Yeah. Bring her.
Yeah.
And Lord, whatever his name is, just
to the front lines.
Person. Yeah.
To where the war is.
Yeah. And just, they're like lining humans up and killing them. And then how she kind of talks about, so like the rebels, they're just killing them, like whatever. And then the lords and stuff, they're taking their people and doing what they do. And then the Fae are taking each and every one and like wrapping them up. Just how differently they're treating each, I don't want to say that type of person, but like,
yeah, if we're just going to use the word person, how differently they're treating them.
Yeah, like they're all a person. And you're just some of the, like, and she tries to help the one human, and like, and it's just, it was just so frustrating, because I'm like, you're saying you're fighting for like all these different things and doing all these things, and like, but you're literally doing what the humans did to you.
Exactly. That's my issue with Cadwyn. And
in the world.
In the world. And I like you said that, because she, even though she was like tortured, she was able to see through a bunch of people's eyes. And so she's able, for example, to be in Tissanah's eyes.
Like the rebels.
And to see the value in her people and fight for her people. And then she's in Max's eyes and seeing the value in his people and what he's fighting for.
Yeah.
And so she's able to, like, have experienced these different perspectives of being in different people's heads. Mm-hmm. And so I imagine that is a piece of it, too.
Yeah, no, I agree. Because she was really able to, like, feel what each of them felt.
Yeah.
I feel like I had a lot of thoughts at this part, but she does sit with Cadwyn at one point, and he's like, do you know what I thought that day as I dragged myself away from my home? I thought, what a waste. Thousands of years of knowledge and history obliterated with one stupid, selfish human decision. Full lives destroyed as if they were worth nothing. Wasteful. He spat the word, a curl of disgust at his lip. It did not disappear as he turned to gaze out the charred remains at a once great city. Humans don't care. They are willing to destroy and discard with abandon. And here, I help them do it. I sacrifice Fae lives for this. The way those people fought. The way they screamed. He seemed to remember that he was speaking out loud, straightened, and looked away. And it aligned him with the monsters he swore to destroy. That last line was like a bit down, but that was her thought. Just like, and it aligned him with it. And I was like, yes! That's exactly what it is.
And yet she's still helping him.
Yeah. And also, which we have not brought up this entire time, and this was kind of the part I was like, guys, like, Ava's also half human.
Oh, yeah.
And you're just lining the humans up, like, just killing them, like, and he doesn't know that.
Or like 3/4 human, but yeah.
Well, her dad's human.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Remember the last one we found that out, that her
mother
went...
You said the king was Fae, the queen was human.
It was the brother, the king, or the queen's brother.
The queen's brother.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Carry on.
So she's half human, half Fae. Mm-hmm. And we do find out what happened to her family. Yeah. That was another part that happened. So her mother's still alive. Her sister killed her dad, which really made me appreciate her sister.
Yes.
In that moment.
What's up with her mom? Are we going to figure out in the second half of this book what's up with her mom? Because it's very confusing that she's with the people in Naraja and, like, has a baby with a human, and then all of a sudden she, like, isn't speaking.
Then the king comes and steals her back.
Yeah, it's like, what is happening with her mother?
I mean, she is still alive, so I'm sure we will find out more about her.
Okay, well, I better. Because what the hell, lady? Ugh.
Right? And Ishka does call Cadwin out, too, which I liked. Even though he's not really one to talk. But I think just being like, are you, like, just the whole war part, I'm like, yeah, you bunch of idiots.
Bunch of ding-dongs?
God. Casting call. Casting call. Casting call. Casting
Mother
call.
of Death and Dawn. Today we picked Mishka and Vardir. Who is the person we were going to do that we forgot? Oh, Brayan. We'll do Brayan next time. Yeah. Okay, Mishka? We did Ishka last time.
Yes, we did.
So Mishka is Ishka's son.
Yes.
Who'd he got?
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Dean Thomas. Seems to be a theme.
Dean Thomas from Harry Potter.
Oh, Dean Thomas. Oh, good choice. Yes.
Right.
Good choice.
Thank you.
What? You're just going with Dean Thomas?
We all know who it is.
I'm gonna go with Chidi from The Good Place, since we talked about him last time.
Also,
I was like, let's throw him in.
Yeah.
William Jackson Harper.
Yep, I love it.
He's a good-looking man, and...
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's your Vardir?
I'm pretty sure I cast him already. Like this actor, but I'm doing it again. Josh Noble.
Who's that? Oh, what is he in? What is he from?
I watched Fringe, which I liked him in. It was a random show with Joshua Jackson in the 2000s. He is in Lord of the Rings. He's in Severance, Elementary. I feel like that's like his main.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good pick.
I feel like, and he's also just one of those
he's
actors that's
he could
in a
fit
lot.
In a lot of places.
Yeah, and he's in random... Oh yeah, they're Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That face is recognizable.
Mm-hmm.
My Vardir is Steve Buscemi.
No! Shocking! Great casting, though. Did you know that Steve Buscemi is in the new season of Wednesday?
I am his agent, so yeah.
Yeah. He plays the principal. It's pretty exciting. I was so excited when he popped out. I was like, it's not Steve Buscemi, is it?
He can do anything.
Yep.
He can do anything he sets his mind to and more.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone listening doesn't know
Steve Buscemi.
The significance, Steve Buscemi has been casted multiple times, and also in our finale episodes when we do series, We have a special award dedicated to him called the Steve Buscemi Achievement in Multicasting. It's when an actor is cast in more than one role in the series. And so Steve did that for the first time when we did A Court of Thorns and Roses. And so he gets that award. But I always try to keep him in mind when I'm casting, just like, would he be good for this? And I think Vardir came up and I was like, yeah, he would.
He's made to play that role.
He could do it.
He would do really well.
Yep. Okay. Who's your MVP?
You can go ahead.
I have a couple.
Oh.
My number one though is the guard who died saving Max because Tissanah knew his family.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. Victor.
Who's Victor again?
The guard.
Oh, the guard.
I'm literally just telling you who your MVP.
Oh, I thought you were telling me that your MVP
No,
was
I was
Victor.
just saying the name of the guard.
Okay.
Yeah. No, mine is Billy Crystal and Carol Kane.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and they literally fixed Max's tattoo thingies.
Yeah.
They broke them all apart. And then they're like, oh, we're going to help. They put them in a closet.
Yeah, and they're like, let's try this.
Yeah. And really just for that intelligent paragraph about dragons and not knowing and just being really great random characters.
And it is very much like, are they so high that they're smart, or are they so high that they're stupid that it's come back around that they're smart again?
Okay, but they also did say a very important thing, which I forgot about. Now I have 5 million papers. New information. So one of the things they said about the Lahara, whatever pools, and like talking with a legend, is that one that embodies change, one that embodies life, and one that embodies death. Max and I exchanged another glance. That part was new information to me. So they did not know that. And why was that not told to them?
Because Ishka's evil?
Is he though?
I don't know.
Neither do I, because I can't remember. But they did give new information and they fixed a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they were also they were entertaining and helpful.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done.
If you're not already following us on social media,
I thought you had more
books.
MVPs.
What?
I thought you had another MVP.
Oh, my other MVP was Tissanah's penis joke.
Oh.
If you're not already following us on social media, follow us on Books and Booze Podcast, on TikTok, on Instagram, wherever you're listening to us. Please give us a follow. Please give us a comment. Please give us 5 stars. All of that is incredibly helpful, and we appreciate it so much, and we love you so much. Okay, toodaloo.
Goodbye for now.
Goodbye, my friend.
Goodbye, my lover. Bye, my